Hey, welcome, everybody. This is the Light Body Living Podcast. My name is Chantel Selman, and I am talking to you today about Cerasee. All right, so before we dive right in, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about my practice. I have a clinic in Barbados, beautiful Barbados, called the Light Body Holistic Clinic. And I have been practicing iridology, herbal medicine, and I am a raw food chef. And I've been doing that for about 27, 28 years. And my kitchen, which is called Organic Earth Kitchen, which is in the clinic, we do live juices, food, and people are know me for um, our cleansing programs because most people that come through get the Irish Red, they do a 3, 5, or 7 day cleanse, they change up their diet, they get the herbal teas, the shake powders, the tinctures, and they get started on their transformation. So today we're going to be talking about Cerasee. The old time people used to call it lizard food, but Cerasee is different from bitter melon. Okay, this is it is a running plant, and it bears a beautiful fruit that is an orangey yellow color with kind of ridges on it. It kind of splits vertically, is kind of pointed at both ends. It's a climbing vine, thin vine, and bears a little yellow flower. Um, Morodica, uh, Charanda, Charanta. Charanta is the Latin name for it, so we can distinguish it from the bitter melon. I know people interchange the words, but they are two different plants. And that one has the same ridges, but it's a much longer fruit. And this one is a much smaller fruit. And this is something that for sure it has been in this region, the African region, Asian region, Caribbean region for quite a long time. And is widespread now in terms of where you see it growing. And it has been used a lot of times for diabetes, colds and flu, and to boost your immune system. Okay, and traditionally that is still what it is used for. Clinically, I have used it for a lot more things than that, and that's what I want to get into. So, it is a remarkable bush. It is a treasure. It is something that we should cherish once we see it growing in our gardens to make sure that it continues to flourish. You pick it fresh. It dries quite easily. You can chop it up fine and put it and lay it out on paper and let it air dry. You can hang it and let it air dry, anything of that nature. But the potential benefits for those with blood sugar issues, research has been done where it has really shown that it has tapered the sugar in your bloodstream, and it really gets your tolerance a lot better. And what I like to use it for as well is your lymphatic system. So when I make my lymphatic tea, instinctively I find that just the look of it reminds me of the larger lymph system, and the fruit actually reminds me of a lymph node. And it is one of those things that I have put in combination with other herbs to help the lymphatic system when I'm dealing with my cancer patients. And so it is something that I have gotten good results from using it on the lymphatic system. So I combine using that as well as a pork root oil for the external rubbing of the lymphatic system, and that for in the internal system. Um, People use it as a blood purifier and a digestive aid. I definitely like it as a immune support. Um, especially when they say the flu season is coming around and the kids are going back into school and they're wanting something. It's quite bitter, and I find it combines well with orange peel so that you can take it in on a regular basis or a daily basis for a time. Um, Most studies show that it helps to manage diabetes. It's traditionally used for, it is traditionally used to treat diabetes, and the Diabetes Research Journal investigated it and they found that it really helps in um, reducing the glucose, improving your glucose tolerance within a 8 hour window after using it, and it can reduce the hypoglycemic index in your bloodstream by at least 50%, which is really good. Um, I find it is very effective for different types of cancer, prostate, stomach cancer, some skin cancers. Um, but more studies need to be done. But from my clinical use of it, it has been helpful in the overall regime because we use that, we use turkey tail, we change the diet, we do cleanses. So we do a myriad of things to really help clear out a lot of the toxins, to get the lymph system to be working more efficiently. And then you eat a lot of clean raw foods that are low glycemic to really give the body a chance to heal. Um, a good example of a low glycemic combination that I like to show people so they can do at home. But this is something that when you join the membership, we focus in on so that you have um, foods that are really dedicated to that. But cauliflower is one of those things that I really like to use quite a bit, and cauliflower coconut rice. Okay, and then you flavor that rice. But I also add lentil sprouts to it, so it's rice and peas. And then I make a mushroom stew and dehydrate it. Mushrooms tend to spring a little water. You season it well, and when I say season it, I tend to use dry herbs for my seasoning. A little bit of rosemary, a little bit of fresh pressed garlic. You know, and you put a little olive oil, a little um, tamari, and you get it in a dehydrator, and you can put like tomatoes and onions and stuff like that if you want to, a little grated carrot, and you make yourself a nice stew to go with your rice. And that is a really hearty meal right there. Okay, you can also work your way into doing sprouted chickpea, curry chickpeas or something like that. But mushrooms is a very hearty dish that you can use. And you know how much I like the mushrooms in different ways, from riblets to stews to burgers to meatballs to pickling it. There are different ways you can do the mushrooms so that you can get a wide variety of nice meaty textured dishes, um, especially if you're coming off of eating cooked food and you want to quickly get into eating raw food, but it needs to be hearty dishes so you really still have that feeling of being satiated. This is a good place to start. And remember, at the end of the day, um, there is a lining that goes through, or thread that goes through this when you talk about diabetes and you talk about cancer, even talking about dementia, um, in terms of keeping your blood sugars under control, even weight issues, because they all are along the same thread of making sure that you can manage your blood sugar, because all these are offshoots of that blood sugar issue not being under control. So um, the underlying um, focus should be using the Cerasee as a management of blood sugar, so you can prevent and manage any of these things I was just talking about. So once you start exploring cancer, you want to keep your sugars low. Once you're having any issues with blood sugar, you want to do the same thing. So this herb is something that you can introduce to really help boost your immune system, combat infections, keep the blood sugar under control, keep your lymph system clean. And you do this in combination with cleanses, introducing high raw into your diet. So it doesn't have to be fully raw, but high raw would be important. You need that fiber and those um, that hydration on a whole other level, because the water is structured water that's within your fruits, and that will now give you a whole different type of hydration. So you want to remove any lymphatic congestion, you want to eliminate those toxins, you want to reduce the inflammation, and really Cerasee can help you with all those. But I usually do it in combination with other herbs. Um, Depending on what your focus is, whether it just be lymph system or whether it be dealing with cancer, I introduce other herbs and put together formulations for people um, to take it in different directions. But Cerasee in itself grows wild here. Um, is such a beautiful plant, and the fruit is absolutely beautiful. And like I said, preparing the tea is something where you can do a simple tea, okay? And you can do a tablespoon, a heaping tablespoon of the Cerasee and the vine, dried and sifted. And you're putting a half a tablespoon of um, orange peel. You put those two together, you pour the water to it, and you're steeping it for at least 7 minutes. And this is now where you're going to get a wonderful cup of tea, um, reducing the bitterness from the from using the orange peel, but you're getting all the nutrients, and you can drink that at least twice a day. Especially if you're going through an issue that we have been talking about. This is usually, you can start with that simple tea and go from there. Now, Cerasee, like all the other herbs, they do have some cautions to them. And in this particular case, if you consume too much of it too quickly, you can your stomach can get upset, you can get a little diarrhea, and your blood sugar can drop too low. So, like I said, a 1 tablespoon to a cup of water, and you're steeping it, not boiling it, and you can have it at least twice a day. Okay, especially if you're dealing with an issue. If you're just preventing an issue, once a day if you want, and you could do something different in the evenings. If you're pregnant, you would stay away from it completely. Um, but doing this in combination with medications is something that you would have to deal with a practitioner and come into the office so that we can work out a proper schedule for you, because you don't want to be taking medication to reduce your blood sugar, taking Cerasee to reduce your, and then it gets too low. So that is something that we need to work through, because along with changing your diet, and we talked about this last week, there's so many little things that you can put in to help lower the blood sugar. We do a herbal vinegar that really helps as well to lower the blood sugar. You do that before you start your heaviest meal, which is in the middle of the day. Walking after your meal is also having a savory breakfast. Those kind of things are extremely helpful. Eating your fiber first, which is your veggies. It reduces the sugar just spiking um, from the meal. So All these things are really helpful in incorporating them with your Cerasee regime, especially if you have an existing condition. Um, you want to be able to do it properly. So you can check out the membership, which is the House of Wellness Warriors, organicearthiraw.ca. That is our website. You can go on there and check one-on-one consultations. You can check for the membership. You can also see what courses we are offering. Or you can call us if you're here in Barbados at 426-7521. That is also where you can come in, and we go through the whole program. I take some pictures of your eyes so I can see what's going on in your body system. So that's just one part of it. And it's better to get a overall picture because I do the intake as well as taking your pictures. And when you put them together, it gives me a much better outlook of um, what needs to happen first, prioritizing things, and see what the chief complaints are, and really then start working on putting together a comprehensive program just to get you focused in on um, cleaning out your system, um, nourishing it, and resetting it so that you can get the transformation that you're looking for. You want to manage things better. You want to put certain things in place like exercise and meditation. Those are all part of our continuing package when it comes to the membership. We have a question and answer section. We have um, a section where I do demonstrations. There are lots of videos up so you can see how to make a myriad of things from soups to salads to green drinks to different dishes that we like what we went through with the cauliflower rice. Their pasta dishes. And when I say pasta, I'm talking about zucchini pasta. Nothing is cooked, so you're talking high raw. Um, and all it does is improves your nutrient density to a different level, which is what you want when it comes to nourishing your body so that it can really start the healing process. It needs to get nourishment so it can do that part a lot better. Okay, managing your blood sugar makes it much easier to deal with any cancers because it is feeding on the sugars being high or spiking. You want to be able to also clear your lymph system so that because that's the garbage shoots of the body, so you want to keep them nice and clear so they're working to slowly get rid of whatever is accumulated in the lymph nodes. And like I said, there are different approaches to different things because people come in with different combination of problems or they're not sure what's going on, and from the eye readings I can see what's going on. You do have the option of using your smartphone to take your eye pictures and sending it to me as well, so I can do the readings digitally for you. um, but we can do a comprehensive consultation online for about 30 minutes so that you can really see what's going on with you and what direction you need to go in to get you started. And I would send you a meal plan, a cleanse, that kind of thing, so you really know how to put everything together and get the ball rolling to really get you healthier for 2025, right? So let's do a little recap. Today was all about Cerasee. Um, Cerasee is a wonderful bush that is a low climbing vine that really has beautiful flowers on it, yellow flowers, and it produces a fruit that's a orangey yellow, and that tapers at both ends. It has these nice ridges, kind of warty looking, and it is really good at helping with lymphatics, congestion, raising or boosting your immune system, diabetes, lowering blood sugar factors, and it has been traditionally used for colds and flus. So this is something that if it is part of your garden now, make sure and don't pull it up and throw it away because it's really good for you. You can take it and let it dry, cut it up, air dry it, and keep it in a jar in your home and have it on a regular basis. You cut it back and it will grow back in no time, actually. And it's really important that you use a lot more of the things that are growing wild around you. For those people that have that opportunity to do that, you should. Okay. Cerasee is an amazing, amazing bush. All right. I just looking to see if there's anything I forgot. No, I don't think so. So, thank you very much for joining me on this episode of Light Body Living. I hope that this exploration of Cerasee has provided valuable insights for you to consider. Remember that there are lots of remedies, there are lots of different herbs. We're going to get into different ones as we go through the whole of next year. Um, Next episode, I'm still working on my beat episode. I have an episode where I went up into St. Lucie with Tariq, where he went into a hive collecting honeycomb. And I want to show that one to you. So I'll put that one up as soon as I get it edited and put together. Um, but today's show was amazing in terms of letting you know the wonderful world of Cerasee. Yeah? Take care.